Hey everyone, this is Peter Holdman and welcome to another 4Edit Friday. Today we're going to be taking a look at this image, and I'm going to play around with a little bit of a day to night technique and maybe a couple of black and white options. So first off, the image is a little out of true, so let's get that straightened up. That is a little bit too short of a thing to work on, so I'll just play with my rotation slider here. And I think that looks nice and square. So this first one, like normal, we're going to do a quick standard edit on it. Exposure looks pretty good. I think maybe we'll open the shadows up just a hair here. Throw a little bit more contrast at it. This is a little abandoned motel in Wisconsin. Took this at sunset, not quite golden hour. Little bit of snow on the ground at the time. I think this was not this last fall, but the fall before. So let's, this is kind of my normal edit here. A little bit of high dynamic range maybe, and throw some, use this to set the black point again. Some clarity, some sharpening. Normally for my web images, maybe between 400 and 500. Take a look at some of these edges, make sure we're not haloing too badly. There's a little bit of one, so let's see if we can bring that halo suppression in. Yeah, it's right along that edge. I think we're okay. We'll maybe slack these off a little bit. Oh, anything else I want to do for my basic edit here? Throw a little bit more saturation at it, maybe. Yeah, I think that looks decent for a basic edit. I'm going to clone a variant here. I've got that mapped as one of my hotkeys on my Intuos Pro tablet, so I can just hit the hotkey and get another variant built or created off of the same settings. So this one we're going to take and play around and do a little bit of kind of a day to night type thing, where we're going to bring in a pretty strong blue cast to it. We're going to drop the exposure. Let me do it kind of odd little. Let's try this. We'll kind of overdrop the exposure and bring a little bit in with the shadow recovery, so that the highlights and mids drop a little bit more. And then I think levels are going to be good. We've got some of that blue cast going. Let's maybe throw some in the midtones here. And we're going to do one more thing, and that's grab the color editor. Get the sky here. Okay, so that's the sky, and we're getting a little bit of the snow in there. But then we can use the lightness slider to bring that down and give us a dark, almost night sky look there. And then maybe we'll grab the yellows here and bring that down. Alright, so that's not, I mean, if I was going to make it, really try to make it look like a nighttime shot, we would probably bring it into Photoshop and do a little bit more with some of these areas. But I think that works for a pretty decent effects shot. Let's clone another variant here. Main reason I go with the clone variants, especially on something like this, is that we've got the angle correction, and if there's a crop or anything else, it keeps that consistent. This one we're going to do a black and white, and I think we're going to go a little heavy on this, make it pretty contrasty. Then I think we're going to look at some split toning, black and white. So this kind of makes it look like a red filter or a heavy polarizer shot with the darker sky there. Maybe we can use this yellow level. So if you haven't used this in Capture One before, it lets you set the luminance for various colors in the black and white image. So if we can darken out the blues and yellows. Most foliage tends to hit more in the yellows than in the greens, which can be a little bit frustrating. But we'll use some of the cyan to bring down the rest of the sky here. And maybe we'll pump some heavier clarity into this. Just makes it look like a contrasty black and white shot. Let's see, do we want to do anything else with this? We could don't think the vignette's going to work very well. See what other stuff we might do. Yeah, I think we'll let it go with this. I'm gonna clone another one of these, and we're gonna lighten up some of that stuff, so it'll look a little bit more like a more standard kind of mid-range black and white. Maybe we'll even open up we'll use the red to open up this brown a little bit. So then we have the split tone control here. A lot of times what I like to do with this is how we do any kind of toning in Capture One. So we can do like a basic sepia tone. So let's do that. And then we'll throw in I'm going to change this so that the shadows have more of a blue tone. We're going to go about there, and then I'm going to back the saturation on the toning off. So the controls here, you've got the hue of the tone and then the saturation of the tone. So the higher you bring that saturation, the more toned it is. From from my experience, once you get past probably 15 or 20, it gets into almost unusable, which I think is kind of funny because Capture One usually tries to protect you from yourself on that, but this one, I think they let you get a little bit too far. Personally, I'd rather have the ability to go too far on stuff, so if you wanted to do some kind of effect, you can do that. So that gives us that blue and yellow split tone. There was actually a process that would do this on black and white printing, because sepia toning would tone the highlights first, and cyanotoning, I think, don't quote me on it, would tone the shadows first. So you'd do both of them kind of lighter than your normal toning level, and you'd get this blue and sepia toning. I also like it because it kind of gives you the blue shadows and yellow highlights that are actually kind of natural in a color world, but it gives it to you in black and white. So there are 4 edits. Let's grab all 4 of these up at the same time. Standard color, that day to night, a higher contrast black and white, and then a split tone. So let me know what you think in the comments. If you like this, please take a moment to like the photo and maybe subscribe to my channel. If you are not using Capture One right now, you can go over to phase1.com and download a 30-day demo. If you decide you like it, you can use my code AMBPeterH and get a 10% discount on it if you purchase Capture One or on upgrades. So hope that helps you. Let me know if there's anything that you'd like to see, any new techniques that you'd like to try, anything like that. And hope you have a great day, and hope this has been helpful for you.